Good morning, everyone. I would like to welcome all of you to the Adirondack Bank Center at the Utica Memorial Auditorium for today's annual commencement ceremony, honoring Thomas R. Proctor High School's graduating class of 2021. Today is a very special day. It's a day filled with pride, and because we are here in person, it's even more special. On behalf of the Utica City School District's Board of Education, Superintendent Mr. Bruce Karam, the administration, faculty, and staff of Thomas R. Proctor High School, I would like to thank all of you for joining us. Now, would everyone please stand and recognize the Thomas R. Proctor NJROTC Color Guard as they present our nation's colors, while Juliana Clementi, under the direction of Miss Patty Scarmella, sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, where so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thank you. You may be seated. To Juliana and the members of the Color Guard, I'm so proud of you, and I greatly appreciate your participation in today's ceremony. Before proceeding with the program, I would like to welcome our guests who are on stage and thank them for their continued support and also for sharing this very special occasion with us. First, we have our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Bruce Karam. Next, we have the President of the Utica City School District Board of Education, Mr. Lou Lapola. Vice President of the Board of Education, Mr. Robert Cardillo. Board Member, Ms. Danielle Padula. Next, we have Board Member, Mr. Anthony Lapola. One of our district administrators, Mr. Stephen Felci. Followed by another district administrator, Ms. Michelle Legase. She's followed by our Board of Education clerk, Miss Kathy Hughes. I would like to thank my assistant principals and Proctor's faculty and staff for their hard work, dedication, and presence here today. This was a very different year. Despite the challenges, they really stepped up and made the necessary adjustments to help our students reach this milestone moment today. And for that, I greatly appreciate their dedication and commitment to their work as educators. I would also like to welcome Thomas R. Proctor High School's top 10 students of the class of 2021. They are sitting in the front row this morning. In addition to our top 10, I'd like to welcome our guests of honor, Proctor High School's class of 2021. To the parents, families, and friends, as I mentioned earlier, it is so nice to be here with you in person today. Yes, we've endured a lot this year. However, the crowd we have here today is a testament to the level of love and encouragement each of these students has. As your child's principal, I want you to know this year more than ever, we very much appreciated the support you've provided to your children, to Proctor High School, and to the Utica City School District. With that, I thank all of you very much. To the graduates, this day, June 24th, 2021, marks the pinnacle of your high school career. I have known many of you for a long time, some of you longer than others, but I want all of you to know that I've enjoyed being on this journey with you. Yes, this year was different, and the halls of Proctor High School felt empty most of the year without you. However, it's days like today where you really need to reflect on your experiences, accomplishments, and memories which far surpass beyond this school year. Think back to your years in elementary school and middle school. Think about the friendships you've made, those days on the playground, the memorable sports moments, or perhaps the performances you've had. Think about your first days of high school, that piece of artwork you designed, and yes, think of all those moments of laughter you've had with your peers. Cherish these very special moments. I know I will. I've asked previous graduating classes to think about the imprint they want to leave on those behind them, but the class of 2021 has already left their imprint. With your grit and resilience, you've demonstrated the ability to confront challenges head on. Your perseverance this school year has been very inspirational and truly defines what the class of 2021 is all about. As you continue your journey beyond high school, whether you've chosen to attend college, to join the workforce, or to serve our country in one of the armed forces, I challenge all of you to continue leaving your imprint while being mindful that some of the young children around you may be following your lead. Before moving on with the program, I encourage everyone to soak in this moment today and cherish your time with loved ones, because as we all know, these special moments don't come around often enough. At this time, I would like to introduce a person that has done a great deal for Proctor High School and the Utica City School District, Mr. Bruce Karam, Superintendent of Schools.
Thank you, Mr. Gifford. On behalf of the Board of Education and the Utica City School District, I would like to extend sincere congratulations to all of our graduates on this very special day. Graduation ceremonies are a time both for reflection, celebration, and for giving thanks. I very much hope that each one of you in today's graduating class will celebrate your success, because you certainly have earned it. I know that you will also take the opportunity to show your gratitude to your loved ones who have helped you reach this very important milestone in your scholastic career. As Superintendent of Schools, I am pleased to have this occasion to publicly thank you and your parents and families, your teachers, and all those who contributed today to making this day possible. To you, the graduates, this event marks the culmination of much diligent study, determination, and hard work since you entered school so many years ago. Today, you have made yourself an important part of a continuing tradition of excellence for which the Utica City School District strives so hard to achieve. As you reflect upon this day, remember that this is the beginning of the rest of your life. We all hope that you will remember your high school years fondly as you grow older, and that you will realize the importance that these experiences played in making you the person that you are today. Continue to be curious, to thirst for knowledge, continue to serve your community, continue to strive to be the best. Your future is very, very promising. Take advantage of all opportunities that come your way. Work hard in everything you do and never, ever give up. On behalf of the Utica City School District, along with our faculty and our staff, the Board of Education, we applaud you and wish you much happiness and success in the future. We are all very proud of you. Good luck. Congratulations to Thomas R. Proctor High School's class of 2021.
Thank you, Mr. Karam. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Lapola, President of the Utica City School District's Board of Education, to come forward for a few brief remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Gifford and class of 2021. This has been a tough school year for all of us, the superintendent, the teachers, the parents, and of course, all of you students. We have been through unprecedented times, uncharted waters, and sometimes unclear direction. But we have reached the point all of us have wanted, and that's an in-person graduation. You know, life is, it's a big adventure, and life never follows a guidebook. But I think this is a year that we have learned. Thank yous are in order. Thank you to the superintendent for guiding us through this pandemic. Thank you to Mr. Cardillo and the Board of Education for working together and follow the direction of the superintendent. And of course, the teachers, the unsung heroes, the people who work with you to ensure that you're here today. Parents, thank you for your patience and understanding, and thank you for just being here. But most of all, it's the class of 2021 and their willingness to deal with the unexpected. You know, happiness is there if you let it be. Some days you have to create your own sunshine, but never stop believing. So to the class of 2021, stay well, stay safe. God bless. We are proud of you all. Thank you.
Next, we are going to recognize our valedictorian. This student is graduating with an overall average of 99.824. This student plans to attend Cornell University in the fall, where he will major in engineering and physics. It is my honor to introduce to you the valedictorian of Proctor High School's class of 2021, Ryan Byrne.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. Today, I'm not going to talk about the pandemic. I want to keep my speech short and sweet. I wanted to tell a story that we've all lived through. So I decided I'll start off with, you guessed it, a quantum physics concept called wave function collapse. A physicist named Max Planck summed it up like this: when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. In real-life English terms, I'm really asking one question here. How can we turn perspective into inspiration? So first off, I'm not going to talk about the stress that COVID-19 has brought upon us. I mean, who are we to get stressed about things? We've been using Zoom all the time, but what happens when we zoom out? We're all really just a conscious collection of protons, neutrons, and electrons mushed together into different patterns living on some random planet. We might be stressed out every day. We might even be a little insecure about ourselves. But if you look at it from this angle, it all seems a little silly, right? I promise, I won't talk about the mistakes that we've made as a result of the pandemic either. We just wouldn't have time for that. My mistakes alone would probably take up at least 3 hours, and by then, the room would be empty with tassels left unturned. But you know, the more mistakes I've made, the more I've realized that failure isn't always something to be afraid of. By viewing failure as a tool, I started to fail less and less. This is something that might be difficult to see, but it's something that everyone has the chance to find out. Humility is a prerequisite for every class, so open your minds to failure, and you might just learn your way to success. Look, I'm not going to talk about how the coronavirus blocked us from reaching our goals this past year. Although I will say this: from Rosa Parks to Picasso, from Gandhi to Amelia Earhart, from Kobe Bryant to Isaac Newton, no matter how successful someone was in their lifetime, you can be sure that the world has knocked them down, that they've fallen on their face, and that they've gotten back up. This is why I taped my speech inside a biography, a story of someone's life. Because every inspirational story has its highs and the lows. Life is no exception. Whether we want to admit it or not, failure is usually more relatable than success. But if they all face challenges, and they still got where they wanted to be, why can't we? Our planet has been alive for 4.5 billion years. An 80-year blip is the only thing differentiating me from Gandhi and you from Picasso. When I was first writing this speech, I had to make a decision. Should I talk about the pandemic, or should I stick with a positive tone and ignore it? At first, I actually tried my best to leave it out, but then it hit me. How can I possibly ignore any of this? It's who we are now, and nothing, not even time, will change that. But you know, this doesn't mean our story has to be a sad one. There comes a time in any struggle when you yourself have to decide whether to start losing hope or to start accepting your misfortune and carrying on. And if you choose that second option, if you recognize that this is all part of life, you might just realize that there was never any misfortune to begin with. Because guess what? You were going to get knocked down a little anyways. It happens to every one of us. But this year, we all got knocked down together. This year, we faced the pandemic head on. And sure, there were plenty of struggles along the way, but look at where we are now. And from the bigger picture, if we ever want to push ourselves to our limits later on, it helps to know where our limits are in the first place. The relentless, fear-provoking pandemic has been kind enough to do this part for us. So no, I didn't talk about the pandemic. I think the pandemic spoke for itself. We might be turning the page towards a new chapter of life, but this doesn't mean that as painful as it was, we have to rip out the page of 2020. The pandemic will always have plenty of lessons to teach, but it's up to us to listen. As I finish up here, I think some thank yous are in order. No matter how hard any of us have worked to get here, I think that there were plenty of people who helped us along the way, from friends to family, faculty to staff, school administration to teachers, to our principal, superintendent, and school board, and to all of our courageous healthcare workers. We thank you for making these 4 years, especially this past year, a high school experience to remember. Now, before I leave this podium, I want to make something very clear. I'm really here right now for one reason, and that's inspiration. Inspiration is what happens when you view a challenge as a learning opportunity. Inspiration is what happens when you change the way you look at things in quantum physics and real life alike. In fact, standing up here today, I wanted to return the favor by inspiring all of you. Because after everything we've made it through, as the diverse graduating class that we are, all of you have certainly inspired me. Thank you.
Our salutatorian has a grade point average of 98.675. She plans to attend Hamilton College in the fall, where she will major in biochemistry and molecular biology. It is my honor to introduce to you the salutatorian of Proctor High School's class of 2021, Lindsay San.
Graduates, parents, teachers, and staff, good morning and welcome to Thomas R. Proctor High School's 2021 graduation ceremony. My name is Lindsay Sun, and it is with great honor that I stand before you as this year's salutatorian. I would like to begin by saying thank you. Thank you to the teachers for spending countless hours of the day helping us with schoolwork and dealing with the unholy number of Zoom calls this year. Thank you to the members of the Board of Education for joining us today to celebrate this grand achievement for our Proctor graduates. Most importantly, thank you to our families for their love and support throughout the years. All of your sacrifices allowed us to become the people we are today and helped us reach this major milestone. On behalf of the class of 2021, thank you. To my fellow classmates, long time no see, today marks the end of our 13 years of childhood education. As crazy as it sounds, this is the very last time all of us will be in the same room together. If you are feeling any type of emotion right now, I hope that it is pride and a sense of accomplishment. We have all worked so hard to get to this point, especially since our 2 years of high school were completed under a pandemic. Even during these trying times, we stayed optimistic and kept moving forward. Whether you received straight A's or straight C's, we are all being honored today for our diligence and great efforts. So savor this moment and pat yourselves on the back for enduring all of those troubling times, because while the pandemic tried to defeat us, we have reigned as the true champions. Though this may seem like an ending, our journey is far from over. We will all be walking down our own paths, having to make big decisions that will impact our future. We all have so much more to discover about ourselves. Like, what do we truly know about rolling down in the deep? The great Oprah Winfrey once said, "The biggest adventure you could take is to live the life of your dreams." If you could take anything away from this speech today, let it be this: do what makes you happy. If you don't want to work a 9-to-5 job, then don't. The future is yours and yours alone to create. As long as you're happy doing it, there's no limit on what you can achieve. Go and create the life that you want to live. I am extremely proud of each and every graduate sitting before me, and you all should be proud of yourselves too. I wish you guys the best of luck, and congratulations, class of 2021. We did that.
I would once again like to congratulate Ryan and Lindsay on their accomplishments. Nice job to both of you. Thank you. Next, I would like to take a moment to recognize Thomas R. Proctor High School's remaining top 10 students. Students, as I read your name, please stand. Ala Laschuk. Ivan Z. Elvisa Imamovich. Elizabeth Ranka. Hadil Obaid. Melissa Dizdarovic, Ayla Ademovich, and Isabella Conti. Congratulations to all of the members of the top 10. This is truly an amazing accomplishment. Nice job. Now the moment everyone's been waiting for. At this time, I would like to turn the program over to Mrs. Alexis McCarroll, our Guidance Counselor Department Chairperson, as we present the diplomas. We will begin with our top 10 students.
Ryan Byrne. Lindsay Sun. Ala Lashchuk. Ivan Z. Elizabeth Ronka. Hadil Obaid. Melissa Dizdarovich. Isla Ademovich. Isabella Conti. Kabora Abakar Katir Adam. Sadia Abakar Katir Adam. Hajir Abbas. Ali Abdallah. Maburwa Abdi. Jenna Abdulatif. Marian Abshiro. Hadil Abzuzaid. Mariana Asito. Joetta Adams. Evan Aguyo Velasquez. Abdirazik Ahmed. Daleen Ahmedi. Lilia Akramenko. Yusuf Alayadi. Ali Al-Harbi. Zikarai Ali. Sundi Alichitich. McKenna Allen. Brian Alonzo Nunez. Maj Al-Sheikazem. Ezzedine Al-Yafeh. Haytham Al-Yafeh. Alan Andelia. Dino Andelia. Vanessa Anderson. Daniel Angadi. Gia Angadi. Alicia Aponte. Brooklyn Arabia. Matthew Arcuri. Bianca Artessa. Ang Ang. Armin Avdik. Leisha Ayala. Genesis Berga. Savannah Banks. Nevaeh Balanian. Paul Barbado. Jaheim Barber. Dominique Barkley. Jenna Bartle. Mariah Bartolome. Todi Bashir. Alicia Bassett. Felix Batista Jr. Amanda Bachurovich. Austin Bennett. Joel Bennett. Michael Bennett. Jaden Benson. Aaliyah Bernard. Ka Ra Ban Bay. Ryan Biagini. Vincent Baruso. John Bose. Asmar Boyd. Brianna Brady. Harris Brankovich. Janaea Braswell. Lindsay Britton. Brooklyn Brockington. Aaliyah Brown. Jonta Brown. Lanaya Brown. Romaire Brown. Kobe Bryant. Devin Buchanan. Malachi Bullock. Samuel Burr, Xavier Butler, Elmir Kajik, Brooke Camello, Gabriel Campos, William Carter III, Shaylin Carter, Kayla Carter, Cristel Cedillo Nervarez, Marima Cisse, Isabella Centeno, Alexander Cachone, Zahara Chalab, Say Che, Caitlin Siri, Dominic Siriaco, Natalie Colon Torres, Aaron Cole, Juliana Clemente, Jennifer Colocho Hernandez, Amy Colocho, Thera Colucci, Alicia Contreras, Brianna Lise Correa de Jesus, Danisha Lise Cortada, Genesis Cruz, Mark Cortez, Kaylee Koo, Sarah Cubbage, Lawrence Curley, Oh My Da, Oh My Da, Faith Demore, Gabriella Dano, Anthony Dardano Jr., Aiden Davis, Danisha Davis, Joseph Davis, Aries Deasa de la Cruz, Yasmin de la Cruz, Wildali de Vargas, Jameson Dean, Michael DeFazio, Jordan Delmonico, Gracelyn DeNegro, Julie Denisovich, Michelle DeRocco, Jamal Din, Gianna DePiro, Juliana DePiro, Mynita Dobrensky, Caitlin Dodge, Gay Doe, Bettina Dolick, Ashley Donlin, Gaynay Doe, Jade Doolin, Maya Dorsano, Amir Dosick, Adnan Draganovic, Mahir Dulich, Myquasia Dunbar, Dornasia Dunlap, Kimberly Duong, Joshua Duval, Ashlyn Dibes, Brandon Eason, Louis Edgecombe, Thabet Eltaba, Najea Engram, Anthony Enslin, Nairobia Evans, Olivia Familaro, Joshua Feistemil, Zaire Felder, Eric Feliciano Pabe, Emma Ferguson, Mariah Foster, Zachary Fuller, Jaquise Gadsden, Anaya Garcia, Christian Garcia, Daisy Garcia, Ayaga, Rachel Geigel, Marshawn Giles. Yorgenis Gomez Rodriguez. Maria Gomez. Madison Griffin. Huwada Obaid. Michael Colon. Ariel Karung. Nashali Sereno Burgos. Was that it? Oh, okay. Okay. What's your name? Crystal Cologne. Ariel? Ariel what? Ariel Karungi.
How about a big round of applause for our graduates? At this time, one of our graduating seniors, Emma Ferguson, will join me on stage to accept the diplomas on behalf of the senior class. Emma, please come forward. Yep.
Hello. We have come to a part of the ceremony that holds great significance to us graduates as it steeps in tradition. The moving of the tassel at graduation is called turning the tassel. It symbolizes one's transition from candidate to graduate. At this time, I accept the diplomas on behalf of the class of 2021. Please join us in moving our tassels from right to left. As we have now become official graduates of Thomas R. Proctor High School. Congratulations to the senior class of 2021.
As we close out the ceremony, I wish the class of 2021 the very best as they move on to the next chapter of their lives. Please be happy and safe, and regardless of what path you're taking, remember most importantly to be good people while representing yourselves and your family with dignity. Please know that I'm very proud of all of you and congratulate you on this great achievement. At this time, we will begin our procession out. We will begin with our top 10 students, and I ask that everyone remain seated and recognize all of our graduates one more time. Thank you very much.